Sorry for the background noise of the helicopters. We are in Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood, where you can't get a moment's peace. Let's start with what we were going to discuss today, which is Daredevil!
Yay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Whoa.
That was exciting, right? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, is that the martial arts?
So yeah, like, how about Matt Murdock in this? Do you like Charlie Cox's portrayal?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's pretty good in that. I mean, you know, I would say basically, if we want to put it in Marvel terms, you have the movies, which is sort of 0 is sort of Iron Man 3, and 10 is sort of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Daredevil probably falls about halfway, about 5, for the movies.
Yeah.
But for TV...
TV, it's above everything.
Well, it's not above Agent Carter. It's not close to that.
Well, I like Agent Carter.
So if you look at Agent Carter being a 10, and what else do they have? That's it, right? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Which I don't even watch anymore.
Yeah, that's probably the one scale. Agent Carter being 10, it's probably like a 7. So it's pretty good. It's a decent show.
Yeah, it takes a minute to really get its footing.
I think it gets it right off the bat. The only problem I have with it, essentially, is this supporting cast isn't that strong in terms of like Karen and Foggy.
Foggy and Karen, that's
Foggy's
the one
pretty much a
thing.
waste of space. Karen actually redeems herself later on.
Yeah, she does. Oh my gosh, that scene where that thing happens.
Right, where she's face to face with that dude and she does that thing. Yeah.
That thing is cray.
Great stuff. But I mean, the real star of the show, I mean, the two guys, Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock.
And let's talk about that big scene in the hallway, and then we'll get to the meat of the situation.
Oh yeah, episode 2.
Everybody makes a big deal about the scene in the hallway. It's a really gritty, you know, cool, dark scene.
It's a nice fight scene. It's very much like the Bourne Identity movies. Very similar to that, or Haywire.
Oh, you know what I enjoyed? Sorry to interrupt, but that really Children of Men kind of like shot where the guy's singing in the back of the was it a limo? I don't remember. But where you see all around him, and then we see Daredevil, and then he comes and he beats the shit out of everybody. That was awesome.
That's good, man. I mean, I think the real the real find of this is the guy is Vincent D'Onofrio as
oh my gosh,
Wilson Fisk. I mean, probably the most realized Marvel villain in TV.
He is Kingpin.
He's so great, and I mean,
Vanessa, what a great.
She's great. I mean, I like
Catalyst.
them. I wish it was more of those 3 people of Matt Murdock, Wilson Fisk, and Vanessa.
You know who I wish there was more of as Night Nurse is Claire Temple.
Oh yeah, as Rosario Dawson's character.
They're really losing something there because
she got really shortchanged. We all were trying to figure out what might have happened.
She just left for like forever, and then finally she showed up, and then she left again.
Yeah, we figure she'll figure it in season 2 probably.
Yeah, they got some plans for her with Luke Cage and everything, so
that'll be great. But yeah, I think that the Wilson Fisk story is amazing. I think the Matt Murdock story is amazing.
I've never seen anything
I love
like that.
Ben Urich. I loved that character so much.
Me too.
He's so great, and
yes,
you know, I wish they would have done more with him. He could have easily taken over the Foggy role. The Foggy and Karen role could have just been condensed into Ben Urich and have no interest at all in those 2 characters.
Yeah, like, is there supposed to be some kind of romantic attraction on her part? Because I don't feel it. I think it's all one-sided.
I kind of thought...
And then it's done at the end of the thing.
Wait, spoiler alert. Okay,
it doesn't go anywhere.
I kind of thought that she would end up with Foggy. That seemed to make sense. It seemed that they kind of forced her to end up with Matt, which is how it is in the comics, but...
I'm ready for Elektra. I don't know about you guys, but season 2 is coming.
I think we'll see the Punisher. I think we'll see
the Defenders,
Bullseye.
obviously.
Well, the Defenders aren't coming until 2017, so we'll see them.
I thought it was all in 2016.
Nah, and then we'll see. We'll definitely see those 2. I'm thinking of Daredevil villains.
Yeah.
Because Kingpin's obviously a Daredevil villain. Spider-Man, you know, is in that universe as well. As not a villain, but I think definitely next year we'll see the Punisher for sure. Marvel
has just got it made right now. If you don't watch everything that they put out, then you fucked.
Well, you're fucked then because you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So.
I'll recap it. I'll look at the recaps. I like Grant Ward. What do I do?
He was big in last night's episode.
I will watch the Grant Ward episode, but I don't want him. I don't want to
to
see him do stupid shit.
No,
anymore. I want him to be a cog in the wheel. Again.
He's involved.
Oh, this is Steven Robles, by the way. I forgot to introduce him. That should be in the description. Yeah, he's a real fan of the MCU because he's a comic book nerd. So yeah. I had to have a comic book nerd.
George Lucas didn't create Flash Gordon.
I know, but I'm saying that was an inspiration to him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't make me look stupid on my own show.
Sure, the 30s movie serials, yes.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. That's why I compared him to Quentin, whom we've met.
We did meet him.
I met him first, but whatever. Anyway, hey Quentin, if you're watching, you're not watching, but that's okay.
He's never gonna watch this.
You'll never ever. Nobody watches this. Anyway.
Yeah, Star Wars is great. I love Star Wars.
Star Wars. I will go ahead and say I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I'm not that much into it. I fell asleep during the first one. I never saw how that ended. And then I saw the prequels, which is not the best introduction to the story. But I have to say I was more impressed with that trailer than I was with that Jurassic World trailer, which I didn't want to bring up, but I just saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
it was just so bad to me.
Yeah, I don't really watch trailers, to be honest with you.
It was so bad. Like, I don't care what you think, because, like, those did not look like dinosaurs to me in any universe.
Well, no,
CGI
the story
city.
is that they're hybrid dinosaurs.
And it's digital. And
well, they were digital in the first place. There were no practical. There was a few practical effects in the first Jurassic Park.
No, I understand.
All digital models.
But it was like the most digital trailer I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was just like so in your face about it that I just felt like...
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I couldn't really connect to any of the characters. But I really like the Star Wars trailer because it taps into that nostalgia of those comic book nerds like yourself.
I have no sense of nostalgia whatsoever.
Okay, whatever.
But I do love Star Wars. I mean, I guess you'd call it sort of nostalgia, but I'm not like...
What do you think of Chewie? Wasn't he like too
I
new
will
looking?
tell you eventually no, because Wookiees are very long-lived creatures, so...
They don't get gray?
Not until they're like 300 years old. So okay. I would say, yeah, at the end of that trailer...
How old is he?
I don't know how old Chewie is.
Okay. He's
I
not
think
that
he's
big.
like over 100 though. But I'm really excited. At the end of that, when they show Han and Chewie, I consciously tried to feel nothing, and an involuntary sob escaped my body.
Aw.
So
just like Matt McConaughey.
No, but I am definitely looking forward to seeing Star Wars. But I don't care. I mean, it could be the shittiest trailer. It could be 1 second of a robot, and I still see it. It doesn't really matter.
R2-D2, his son, the Batman Superman. What did we think of? I like the voiceover because you don't. It sounded very realistic, like what you would actually hear in like an election or something, which was kind of perfect for now, since that's like in. I
mean, I admit I only watched it once. I didn't really pay attention to it. I just wanted to take a look at it. It looks good. I mean, I've always kind of had faith that the movie would be a good movie. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm already kind of sold on it. I really like Man of Steel. No, it's not a proper sequel. What do you make of Ben Affleck not really saying much in it? I think he said like one thing. It's a trailer. I mean, it's not even a trailer. It's like a teaser. So yeah. I think they're trying to build up momentum behind him. I think they're trying to like get the buzz going. I feel like they're like putting them in the same kind of villainous kind of category in that trailer. I mean, False God. I don't want to conjecture too much because again, it's a trailer. He's an alien. But well, that's sort of the focus of the comic. You can't trust an alien to save people. Yeah, I mean that's sort of the focus of the comic. That's Lex Luthor. I like that they're kind of like equating it with like real life, like how people view certain people who are trying to help others. Well, sure, and that's sort of there's a lot of allegory. The basis for the modern Superman story. Did you ever read The Dark Knight Returns? And I was just going to mention that because a couple of scenes in there are directly taken from that comic. Exactly. And I think that it's an interesting take, and it's like I looked at it and I thought I don't really know much about what the movie's about. I know that people are in it. There's a guy that comes into our comic shop. Joker's not in it. Is he? No. I mean, unless he makes some kind of cameo, but because he's in Suicide Squad. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be in there. And in fact, I think in Suicide Squad, you probably see very little of the Joker. I think he's going to be like, there's probably going to set him up for another movie, sort of like Daredevil. Again, spoiler alert, where they just show the Daredevil costume in like the last 5 seconds of the show.
Oh my gosh, what did you think of the costume?
I loved it. I wish it had started earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
when after you met the guy that builds the suits, the next episode he should have been in the costume. It just
I don't
shouldn't
like
have been
how
in it.
people kept calling him retarded and stuff. That's kind of mean.
Well, he's slow. I mean, he's obviously, you know, if you in the comic book world, if you're going to be a genius
Yeah.
and not a superhero, then you got to be something's going to be wrong with you.
Mhm.
So they have to. So something's wrong with the
That
guy.
makes
You know,
sense.
he's a savant or whatever.
2 thumbs up for the Star Wars trailer. 2 thumbs down for the Jurassic World trailer.
I haven't seen it, so I have no thumb on that.
2 thumbs up for Daredevil. Enthusiastic. Do it at the same time. And then another 2 thumbs up for the Batman versus Superman trailer, even
I have a
though
very wary thumbs up. I was going to tell a story that I
You know.
heard from a guy that worked on that movie.
oh, well, maybe next time.
Well, yeah.
Not really. And tune in next time where we'll discuss other things that are important to us. And I'm just gonna copy Jamie Foxx's kid. There we go.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Hope nothing bad. Bye.